What's up, guys? Matt Brown here for Lions.com, playpicks.com. Going to talk to you about Sunday night football between the Broncos and the Chiefs before we get going here. As always, please hit that subscribe button down below. Really do appreciate you helping grow this channel. And, of course, give us a thumbs up and let us know in the comment section how you are going to be playing this game with what can only be described as a huge spread. This is, of course, a written breakdown over at the line. So just go up here, NFL, week 13 here, and then click on Sunday Night Football. You'll get the breakdown. But over here at DraftKings, 13.5 juiced on the Broncos here. So this thing could be heading to 13, minus 118, 51.5 on your total. Over here at FanDuel, 13.5, again, juiced as well. Could be heading to 13 there, 51 flat. Over here at BetMGM, if we take a look, they're still sitting on 14. So if you want the full 2 touchdowns on the Broncos, still sitting at 14, though it looks like it could be heading to 13.5 over here at BetMGM as it is, 50.5 on the total. So 3 different totals in this game, 51.5 here at DraftKings, 51 flat, 50.5 over here at BetMGM. I'll flip back over here so you can read along if you want to take a look at how we kind of started to write this game up. Look, guys, this is be a quick video for you because, look, not a lot to play on this game, and I'll give you kind of the reasons here why. Look, Kansas City's defense, middle of the pack, right? It's 17th DVOA, 18th by Pro Football Focus, just middling. Pass defense, 13th. The run defense is where they really struggle, right? 32nd rush defense, DVOA. There's only 32 teams in the league. It's dead last. Not as bad by Pro Football Focus. They're sitting at 19th. But still, the way you get at this team is to run the football. Unfortunately, if you don't have an offense that is, efficient enough to score a bunch of points, they continue to score on you and get you out of the thing that they are weakest at. Like, you cannot continue to run the ball if you're down 2 and 3 scores in games. You look at this Denver offense, and this is where you say, like, oh, well, they're not going to be able to just run the ball on Kansas City because their offense, DVOA, is 32nd overall. Pro Football Focus says their offense is 31st. They give them a little bit of a break. Pass DVOA, 32nd. Rush DVOA, 25th. Pro Football Focus, pass offense, 32nd. Dead last. Pass offense. Dead last. Worse than the Jets. Worse than the Jags is this Denver team. Pressure allowed, 30th in the league. Give up a ton of pressure. Drew Lock can't have any time to do anything. Adjusted line yards, they're 30th out of 32nd. Adjusted sack rate, 22nd. So the offense, the early down success rate, dead last. Early down EPA, dead last. Points per play, 31st. So again, offense for Denver has been absolutely atrocious. It's been horrible. So even though you can get at this Kansas City defense by running the ball, you can't just run the ball when you're down 2 and 3 scores. And so that becomes the problem. And Kansas City's offense just scores on everybody. So it doesn't really matter. While Denver's defense is good, if you kind of take a look, DVOA loves them. They're 10th overall. Pass defense, 5th overall. But the problem is you're playing Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. And so it's just a whole different deal here. We're not dealing with, a regular team where this Denver defense can kind of keep them in this game. It's Patrick Mahomes, the number 1 overall DVOA offense, the number 2 overall PFF offense, the number 1 overall DVOA pass offense, number 2 overall pass offense according to Pro Football Focus, number 1 in yards per play, number 3 in early down success rate, number 3 in early down EPA, number 3 in points per play, number 3 in points per yards per pass. They're literally in the top 3 of all of these advanced metrics when it comes to offense. So, as we know in today's NFL, offense can trump good defense. And especially elite offense can trump good defense, which is what we have in this Kansas City matchup with the Broncos, which is why we're looking at a 2-touchdown spread here. Bad offense for Denver, middle defense for Kansas City. Elite offense for Kansas City, good defense for Denver. It's just going to lean Denver's way more times than not. And so that's kind of where we get to the point where we look at, okay, So, I'll scroll a little bit more for you here. Is there any way, what is the path to victory for Denver? And basically, look, I'm not going to say it can't happen. I will say it is very, very highly unlikely to happen here. I was trying to make a case for this, that, and the other. And it's just very hard. Listen, the one thing, Denver's been able to get pressure on the quarterback. What quarterback do you think handles pressure better than any quarterback in the NFL? Whose passer rating is better than anybody when it comes to whenever he's pressured and all that? It's Patrick Mahomes. It's like, that's the thing. Is even if you can get pressure on this guy, we've seen what he does. He feels pressure very well. He either gets out of the pocket, he knows when to throw it away, or he makes one of these circus throws down the field. So it's just very, very hard to find a way to really make a solid case for Denver in this game. If we flip over here, guys, and again, full written breakdown over here at the line, so you can come in and you can kind of look, and there's a decent little breakdown here of everything. You can see the Chiefs lead the NFL in yards per play. Broncos are 26th in yards per play. Kansas City, 31.6 points per game. Denver is only scoring 19 points per game. So a lot of little nuggets here that you can also get that I didn't mention in this breakdown. So if we come over here, if we look at the total, right? And so I guess if we want to make a case for the over, we would head over to BetMGM where we're sitting at 50.5. So if we want to make a case for the over, the over would be that the Chiefs just go berserk in this game, right? You're going to need high 30s, most likely, out of the Chiefs in order to get this thing over. Is that possible? Sure it is. They're averaging 31 points per game on the season as it is anyway. Does Drew Lock turn it over a time or two and then give you the short field for Patrick Mahomes? What are they going to do with it? They're going to put it in the end zone. You get a defensive touchdown in here somewhere, strip sack or a pick six or something, then you're cruising maybe towards the over. But you're going to need high 30s, most likely out of Kansas City here, to get to this over. If you want the under, you come over here to DraftKings where you get 51.5. The under is pretty simple, like we mentioned. The offense is absolutely pathetic for Denver. And even with Kansas City's defense giving up yards on the ground, that doesn't produce quick points. That doesn't produce a lot of points. And then you have to abandon that route when you get behind as it is anyway. So the under could simply be the fact that Kansas City could do their part and they just get no help whatsoever from the Broncos. And so that is kind of like, that is the thing to worry about in this game, is if you want to play the total, is, wouldn't it be terrible to be holding an over ticket in this game and the Chiefs go out and score you 38 points in this game and you still don't get there because the Broncos can't put 13 across, that would be terrible. The under, again, pretty simple. Maybe Kansas City takes their foot off the gas in this game. Listen, they're 2 touchdown favorites, and they're still in the hunt for the number 1 overall seed. Of course, there's only one bye this year. Remember, you have to be the number 1 overall seed in order to get the bye. So you don't want to get injured. You don't want to get hurt. And so maybe they take their foot off the gas a little bit, and then of course we just don't expect Denver to do much, so that you can get to an under there as well. As far as the side here, guys, as far as, the spread, listen, for me, look, 14 is a ton, and this is basically what you have to ask yourself. I would be playing dog or pass in this game, and I'll tell you why. I don't have a play, full disclosure. Dog or pass in this game for me, and strictly because of what I just mentioned, that we are looking at a team in the Chiefs that are 2 touchdown favorites that know very much what having Patrick Mahomes, Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce healthy mean to this team, right? Would it shock me at all to see this team up 21, 24 points in this game and just completely take their foot off the gas, take the starters out, start playing super soft defense, leave the back door wide open for Denver? Does not surprise me at all. Basically, Kansas City is going to choose how many points they win this game by. as to how long they leave in starters, how long into the game they actually play hard defense and not just give the 7 and 8 yard cushions. And that's going to determine where the spread comes down, which is why for me, with so much unknowns, it would be a dog or pass for me in this game. I would take the backdoor cover of the Broncos, putting in a garbage touchdown or putting up some garbage points in the fourth quarter over having to trust that Kansas City is going to be in such an insurmountable lead in this game that the Broncos can't come back and get a backdoor cover for you. So that's where I'm at, especially at the 2 touchdowns. It's actually fairly appealing on the Broncos at 14. So something I would certainly be looking at there. The only 2 plays in my account, guys, that I do have in the account are player props. And with those, I'm coming down here and I'm going to play, where are we at? I'm going to play the over on Jerry Jeudy, but I'm not going to do it at DraftKings. We're going to play the over on Jerry Jeudy. See, we got 48.5 over here at BetMGM, and then over here at DraftKings, FanDuel, we have 47.5. So I'm playing the over 47.5 Jerry Jeudy here at FanDuel. I'm going with the game flow, game script, how I think this thing plays out, right? Again, Chiefs get a big lead. Denver has to completely abandon the run game, and they just have to start hucking it and throwing it all over the yard, right? And it would just be a volume play on Jeudy, and I'm expecting some garbage yards as well in this thing. Fourth quarter, soft coverage. Jeudy could get over half the yards we need just on soft coverage drive at the end of the game, in the fourth quarter. So despite the fact that he's the primary receiver as it is anyway, in a game where they're going to have to throw, they're going to have to just abandon the run and throw because they're going to be down. I like the over 47.5 on Jerry Jeudy. A pretty good bit over here on FanDuel. The other one is, and this one is I'm a little less into, but hey, it's in the account as it is already. The over 22.5 on Mecole Hardman. He's definitely been losing snap share to Marcus Robinson, and it doesn't help that Sammy Watkins is back. But this also kind of goes back to the fact that the Chiefs, I do believe, are going to be able to kind of do whatever they want. They're going to be able to spread the ball around. And then with just the nature of Hardman, we really only we could get there with 1 catch for him, but 2 catches can get us here on the over on the 22.5. I actually had him projected closer to 30 in this. So not a huge edge on this bet, guys, but I'm just taking the numbers, and I had him projected closer to 30. It was like 29.5. So I'll take the over on the 22.5, but really, really do like a ton the Jerry Jeudy over of the 47.5 that you can find over here on FanDuel. So again, the way the game script should play out, they should be behind. They should be throwing all over the place and should get some soft coverage in the fourth quarter. Jerry Jeudy over on 47.5 as well. So again, dog or pass on the side for me. Gave the reasons for that. Not messing with the total in the least bit because there's just too many variables for me as to how that could all play out. Written breakdown over here on the lines as always, guys. It is good to find some extra nuggets, some stuff that I didn't cover on here, so be sure and do that. And of course, if you live in any of the regulated states, just click on whatever state it might be. If you're in Pennsylvania, boom, you click on this. All of the very best sign-up bonuses that you can possibly get. Free money, risk-free bets, match bets, deposit bonuses, depending on what state you're in. So just take advantage of all these things. Free bets, you can see right there. All that. You need to have multiple accounts, as you just saw. I showed you the difference in the lines, the totals, even the props and all that. You're getting better numbers at different books. And so you definitely need to have multiple accounts if you want to try and do this as profitably as humanly possible. As we've been doing, guys, a couple of winners so far as well. Go ahead and leave the exact score in the comment section below. If you do get it exactly right, we'll ship you an Amazon gift card. We shipped out a few already. We'll ship some more. People get that in. Of course, you have to be a subscriber to the channel. You have to like the video, and you'll have already commented, so that will be part of the gig as well, guys. So be sure and list it out. Chiefs, 110. Broncos, 1. like list it out as to what you think that the score is going to be exactly like that. If you get it exactly right, then we'll ship you an Amazon gift card. Appreciate it. Hit that subscribe button while you're here, and good luck on all your bets Sunday Night Football.